It is an age-old culture which revolves around livestock, but its metamorphosis over the years has seen it become more deadly and aggressive than never seen before. It has been commercialized and politicized. It's cattle rustling. They strike with lightning speed, leaving in their wake a trail of death and destruction. But then the stolen livestock disappear into thin air. Welcome to a community where youngsters are taught to be sharpshooters for the sole reason of self-defense, where a woman is the most expensive commodity. Apart from paying up to 40 heads of cattle and 50 goats as bride price, courting for peacock men is a well-rehearsed serenade. This man I met by a river was not only ready to give my father 30 heads of cattle, but to risk it all and get me as his fourth wife. He claims he has everything a woman can ever ask for from a man, except one thing: he cannot guarantee security. I want to know why. Miles away at a hidden dry seasonal river in Kaplakin in West Pokot County, I meet a man who is slowly adopting civilization. He's in trousers but no shirt, a man who has killed for women and wealth. These marks of death describe the dark history of cattle rustling. At 70 years, Pidale Atukureny doesn't have to tell anyone the number of people he has brutally killed. This marks tale of a man who has killed over 20 people. But he changed his ways. He's now preaching peace. However, he doesn't trust the police and strangers like me. Just when he was about to win the hearts of old raiders he worked with, he came face to face with an unforeseen hurdle. An underworld business which is widespread. Amarel, the border between Pokot, Baringo and Turkana, being a very volatile area, one would expect a number of police posts. With no phone network, a police vehicle or equipment, only 3 administration police officers surprisingly man the expansive hilly region. Nothing. This is Amarel Police Post. When raiders strike in their hundreds, the 3 are overpowered, and so villagers here act as the security officers. Some of the words get lost in the translation, but I get one thing: there are as many guns as the population here. In chatting with the people who guard their communities and property by themselves, they tell me they need new tactics to tackle a new challenge they are facing. Like a goat being led to slaughter, the young men here are jumping on the bandwagon. What started as a flicker has become a huge fire, now getting out of control. Elders are about to conduct a strategy meeting. Their livestock behind this hill will come to the river the next morning. Warriors need to be deployed to surround the watering point. They cover up to a radius of 10 kilometers. Most raiders strike at watering points.
Mimi, kama kuna singirisha, uko hapa kuna chunga adui. Mimi, kama kuna konga hapa, na kunywa maji kama kuna konga, alafu ni udarudi kuna konga adui.
Children are not allowed to attend such. They watch the strategy ritual at a safe distance. Like the children, a woman like me is not allowed either, but the village elder makes an unpopular decision. He welcomes me into the gathering of men. It's strictly a men's affair. A goat roasted with its hide. Minutes later, we eat the partially cooked meat. Over the almost raw meat, Mzee Matanda, who is the oldest in this strategy group, shares with me what he calls a warring trend. According to them, the enemy is within, who will put out the fire and who is fanning the trade.
Let us not move in that direction. Let us not practice eating blood from our brothers and sisters.
Kuna Mturkana mhalifu na Mpokot mhalifu. Sasa wale wahalifu wanaenda kukutana msituni, wanapanga kuraid either Turkana ama Pokot side. Kwamba ule Mturkana mkora anaenda kuonyeshana kwa wale wahalifu wa Pokot kwa Mturkana ambaye watamraid. Alafu wakileta ng'ombe anagawiwa yake. Si yake anauza na anapata pesa yake anarudi kwao. The same in apply kwa Pokot.
Sasa imekuwa ni biashara, pia kuna planners. Ng'ombe haiwezi enda tolewa leo Trans Nzoia, kukakosekana na plana Trans Nzoia. Ng'ombe haiwezi tolewa Marakwet, kukakosekana na kwa Marakwet plana. Ng'ombe haiwezi tolewa kwa Turkana, kukakosekana plana Turkana. Ng'ombe haiwezi tolewa Samburu, kukakosekana plana Samburu. Lazima kuwe na plana kutoka kwa hiyo jamii.
And where do they get the sophisticated weapons?
Kuna mtu ni kareja sana kwa, yani ni shujaa kwa kwenda ku raid. Alafu kuna mwingine si yani hana hiyo roho sana lakini ako na bunduki yake. Sasa huyu mwingine anamwambia unipatie hiyo bunduki niende ni raid, nikipata ng'ombe 3 na kuja kupatia ng'ombe 1 mimi nachukua 1. Tunagawa ingine katikati. Yani ikuwe mwenye alienda na mwenye bunduki wanagawa katikati.
When they get the guns, there is one more thing they need to do before they carry out the criminal act, a visit to a witch doctor. Here they call her Loibon. Deep in the bushes of Sigor is the heart of a woman most people fear, including politicians. I'm told whatever she predicts comes to pass. She's a pollster of sorts here. In fact, some people say she has the list of majority of leaders who will take office come March 4th. And this is where most warriors make their last stop before a raid.
Anawaambia mkienda mahali fulani mkifika iko ng'ombe rangi fulani. Mkileta hiyo ng'ombe ndume rangi fulani ndio yangu. Sasa hiyo ndio kitu inafanyika. Nao wakienda watapata hiyo ng'ombe hivyo na watapata hiyo ndume hivyo na inaletwa inakuwa ya huyo Loibon. Sasa hivyo ndio wanakuwa courageous kwamba ni lazima watafika wapate hiyo kitu na wakipata hivyo wanajua watakuja vizuri vile waliambiwa. Unajua Loibon anaweza waambia endeni mpaka boma fulani iko hivi na hivi iko ng'ombe wanakaa hivi. Sasa wakikosa wafike njiani na wakutane na ingine yenye sio ile Loibon aliwaambia, ndio maybe itakuwa tofauti, sio vile Loibon aliwadirect, hapo ndio mambo itakuwa tofauti.
Her predictions will more times than not tally with those of the insiders from the community who correspond with the raiders from neighboring pastoralist communities. We tried to capture one of the sessions, but she was not comfortable with it. Together with one of his sons, who is also a Loibon, they asked us to pay a fine.
Wanasiasa wakome mambo ya kufanya mikutano ya siasa ya usiku. Kwa sababu hawaendi na watu ya press. Wataongea chochote huko. Na kuna community nyingi hapa Kenya wala ambao hawezi sema siri. Hawezi ongea siri. Ile kitu wameongea hata sema. Hata upeleke seli upige miaka 100 hawezi sema. Kwa sababu hiyo ni kiapo watu walikula. Wawache mambo ya kwenda kuchochea wananchi. Waombe kura yao kwa uzuri. Omba kura yako. Kama umejua watu wamekukataa, wewe waendelea kuomba kura yako, jaribu kupembeleza watu wakukubali. Hapana chochea watu kusema piga kabila fulani watoke hapa, hapana sema piga kabila fulani yame hapa, ama chukua ng'ombe ya kabila fulani, ama chukua ng'ombe ya kabila fulani. Hiyo haitakikani.
With the now deep-rooted vice, a section of elders here tell me they cannot sit on the problem anymore. They are ready to speak out, to name the businessmen and politicians involved. They are the small players in the syndicate. Who are the big fish and where do the stolen animals end up tomorrow.
Inaonekana kuna kitu chini, inaonekana kuna wanasiasa wamejificha mahali.
Somebody sitting in Nairobi and organizing these issues. You find that even our cows are being, you get this animal here in Atukureny.
It has been commercialized by certain individuals, and we have, those interested parties that are involved in these issues of cat rustling.
Judy Kosgei, Citizen TV, Pokot.